King of the West.
Man, my cat gets dirty. Like, it's like he rides dirt bikes. Like, when I'm not looking or something. Because I take a bath, and then I see him, and he's dirty. I'm like, what? Where is it? What part of the house am I missing that you have found the dirt pool, dirt shredder? Are you eating a Mega Ramp board? Hey, I sold that to Blaine. Rebel Bean. He just ate a piece of grip tape. Now it is even more of an iconic board. It was in the Mega Ramp with it. The X Games got the teleporter. I don't know what they call those things, but it's got it. And I Heart Cookies from the old Jason Ellis show back in the day. And then now it's been bitten by a hairless midget. Speaking of hairless midgets, you see that movie where, what's that guy's name? There's a little guy. He's in Game of Thrones.
Oh, Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage. He's in a movie where he's in a Western, which is, I find it hard to believe that a little guy would make it in the Western days. But hey, Hollywood, you know? But he's a sniper with a really long gun. I'm like, long gun, little hands. Seems tough, you know? Seems tough to believe that there's any factual, you know? Was there little people in the Western era, you know? Can we Google that? Was there little people in back in the olden times? And was there any widow Native Americans? Natives? Were they gods? Were they hoisted? Or were they set aflame for being evil whittled elves? Yeah? Because you got to think, those guys, they thought a different way, you know? I know they were cool with the trans people. I mean, that's just like according to Google or whatever. But who's Google, you know? They're probably working for Joe Biden. Rebel Bean agrees. Just so you know, Rebel Bean and I are Republicans. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he gets chatty when we talk about it, right? Trump 2028, right, Rebel Bean? There you go. Hell yeah. They're going to lock up the borders, shut down, make a wall, make 5 walls, make a seawall. Because I don't like foreign fish. You know, I'm sick of them coming over here like, oh, how you say, you know what I mean? Shut up. I don't want to hear about it, foreign fish. I like American fish. American sharks. I like Australian sharks too, but American sharks, you know what I mean? They're looking for beef.
Man, this sounds like a Willie White song.
You've seen the great Willie White. People are talking about him. He has one enemy. There's one person that is like, I hate that guy and I will no longer listen to anything you do in broadcasting. And I was like, God damn, dude, that escalated hard. It's serious. But that one guy that doesn't like it, just know that Willie White and Jules and Wilma White of Horse Force, we're gonna make $2,000 this month. That's crazy. Shout out to Rob Dyrdek in my dreams, by the way. The chat. This is Jason Ellis 2.0, right?
Yep.
So, speaking of Horse Force, and if you don't know, Horse Force is a show that I do 7 days a week on YouTube. It's like half an hour, maybe sometimes an hour. Sometimes longer, depending on what we've got on our plate. But my girlfriend, Juliet, who is 34 years of age, and yes, I am 54 years of age. And yes, that is 20 years. That is what we call in the world an age gap. And that's, some people might have a problem with that. I feel pretty comfortable with it. I think, when someone's in their mid-30s, they can kind of make up their mind. I feel like if Jules is 34 and I was 94, it's tougher for me because my balls have got to be like hideous, Like right now, I don't mind saying it here, Jason 2.0. Me naked is not bad, It's pretty solid. If you were at Skankfest, what are we doing? Wow, man, don't do that to me. At Skankfest, people are still talking about my hog. I reluctantly don't enjoy it that much. You think you would, but at this point in my life, I'm like, dude, please. But that's great. But yeah, I don't, it's like, if you're a younger lady and you like an older man and he's not that attractive, because you got to look at it like, what about if you're not old at all and you're just not attractive? Like, are you not allowed to have sexual relations because you're not like Brad Pitt or whatever? Or like, sorry, Bobby, whatever, Instagram jerk off, whatever her name is. If you're not classically hot, like, what is that? Like, you're not allowed to have sexual relations? I feel like the world of social media is just like such a drooling, dribbling, pathetic pansy. You think you're so cool. There's all these things. I see ladies, they have like a thing where they go, everyone's attacking me for my looks, and then they screen cap the person that talks smack. And the person that talks smack doesn't have a leg to stand on when it comes to talking about how you look. So it's 9 times out. I don't even think it's 9 times out of 10. I think it's 10 out of 10. Every person that says somebody else is something gross is gross. And that's why I want to just let it go. Let yourselves go. And I don't mean like fat. I mean, let the opinion of the world go. Stop being in these clans. Probably a better word for sorry, that's weird. I got too many tattoos and my skin's pasty. Tribes. Stop it with your tribal. Everybody's going to laugh at this, or everyone's going to be mad at this. And if I'm not mad at this and everyone else is mad at this, then I'm not going to be in the tribe. Fuck your tribe. Do you know who you're with for the rest of time? Wait, for the rest of your life? You. Your friends. When you get older, you get wiser. This is a thing we can all agree. Do you agree? Good. Let's move on. Now that we've agreed that when you get older, you get wiser. Older people have, until they get, look, if you're born a tard and then you get a little wiser and you're just a wise tard, never trust a wise tard. Remember that when you look at the night sky. There's no point in that. Everybody who doesn't download this show is a idiot. This is brilliance. But you got your tribe mentality, right? When you get older, when you get enlightened, you start to realize that you don't need that many friends. You don't need any friends. If you have a friend, that's awesome. But we have this thing where it's like, look at that guy. It's like Arthur Fonzarelli had a lot of friends. Fuck off. The same jacket for like 30 years. You're like a 30-year-old hanging out with fucking teenagers. You're a loser. Go to the same diner every day. You're a fucking loser. You never left town. You're like 38. You never left town. You hang out with 18-year-olds. Creepy, really, when you think about it. But this tribe, Cold Quest, thank you, Dave, in the chat. It's just not, you don't realize it, you know? And you won't break free from it, because if you break free, you'll be lonely. You'll be by yourself. You're not by yourself, you're with you. You are a part of the universe. You speak through the universe. The universe speaks through you. How can you be alone? You're you. You're in you. You are in yourself. You are yourself. Shut up. I love how Zach's answering. I don't know why you're answering her. Don't answer her. If you don't know that Ellis 2.0 doesn't have Tully in it, I don't need your tribe, man. I don't care if you care. Don't listen. I don't care. I'm dropping facts. I'm dropping knowledge. I'm dropping from experience, pain, scars, blood, sweat, and tears.
Oh, that's Lee. He got his days mixed up. That's why.
He's a retard. Take it any way you want it. I don't care. Yeah? I love everybody, but I'm not carrying you, you know? Right. You know, Rumblebean doesn't speak English. You know that? And I really enjoy Rumblebean's company. And he also really enjoys mine. Also, pretty sure he doesn't understand English. Or like, you know, Spanish or any of that stuff. We feel each other's souls, you know? There's a soul connection. We're soul brothers. Lee is a dude. Great, I'm wrong. Also, I'm a douche. You're a douche. We're a douche. We're all douches. We're all beautiful. We're all fantastic, evil. You know what I mean? Great. But I'm really starting to think like what we do with each other, the people we hang out with, the communities we're with. Like, that's great to have a community, but don't let it decide how you live your life. You know? Think for yourself. And the only way you can think for yourself is if you spend time by yourself. And really understand that. And I think these days, more than ever, the phone, you know, it pulls you in and you stop thinking about what you really want in your life. What makes you happy? Who makes you happy? Who doesn't make you happy? Things change. All of a sudden, people that you've hung out with, let's say there's like 7 times you've hung out with them, and you realize one day when you spend a couple of hours by yourself, the last 7 times I've hung out with that particular person, it doesn't make me happy. As a matter of fact, it kind of stresses me out. You know? It's like 311, you know, like, good for you. But if you know what I mean, like, I'm not going to get mad at you if I walk by it. But if I'm stuck in an elevator for 2 days and that's playing, I'm going to kill myself. I can't live with that. And I don't have no 311 friends, you know? They used to be Danzig and now they're 311. It happens. We change. They change. People change. And when they change, we get stuck in these tribes where all of a sudden we're doing this stuff where we don't even want to do it. We're just doing it because we're just a creature of habit. Branch out. See new things. Be scared. Go do things you've never done before. Be terrified. I'm terrified right now. I have never been more terrified in some time. I'm moving to another state, and I am terrified. Terrified of it. I've been in LA for 20 years. You know? This is what I know. This is what I am. Yeah, I've moved around the city, but the city is, you know, a new house. So what? I don't expect my travels to be smooth. I expect them to be full of trouble, trials and tribulation, shock. Oh, I don't like this. I'm downsizing dramatically because I'm going to nip it in the bud. Now that I'm fully in charge and driving this whole tank, we're cutting it off. We're rebuilding and we're downsizing the bejesus out of it. And I'll be back, and maybe I won't be back. It ain't about the future. You stress about the future, you'd stress about the past. We only got now, right now. Whoop, missed it. Now there's now. What about now? Here comes now. Now. What I just said 5 seconds ago, God, I can't take it back. That's the past. Whatever I said, it's done. It's over. The bridge is over. All we have is right now. But it is fun to think of things because you're in control of your own mind, your own decisions. If you think about the past, think about the good things. You know? A lot of us, for our trauma, want to remember the bad things because it brings us back to a traumatic time in our life. And that's all we know. So we keep thinking of it. You know, there was some great times that we've all had in the past. And there is some great times that we're all going to have in the future. Same applies to the bad. Why think about the bad? You know, if there's a lesson to be learned at it, which is also why you don't swipe and you don't smoke weed and you don't drink, you don't do all these things. You can do it every now and then. But if you do it all the time, you don't really analyze what it is that you really like. When you think about something that really annoyed you all the time, you got to tend to that. You've got to tell your mind that you no longer think about that because it is not real. The only thing that is real is right now. Is there a red light flashing?
I don't think so.
On the camera it is. I mean, it's going to die.
No. There's no tape in it, so sometimes it does that. To
Okay,
let you
good.
know.
So, yeah, moving to Utah. I talked to my kids about it. Talked to my landlord about it. Also, my landlord loves me, thinks I'm great. Is letting me out of the lease because he's like, I get it. You got to, you know, sometimes these things happen and you got to, sad to see you go. And I'm like, crazy how this is the first time I've ever lived in a house where it's my house and nobody else has been here. This is me, my responsibility. And it's the first time that I can remember where the landlord likes it and likes me. Such a bad guy after all, am I? So yeah, be careful what you wish for. Because now I am going to move into the wilderness. Also, I just mentioned that I was thinking about moving to Utah, and Utah is already posting, and they are like, come here, go there, do this, hang out with me. So I got friends. I got people that I really care about that live in Utah. I will be living next door to somebody that I truly love and their family. Love them dearly. Ken Block's family. A person that is one of the most special people that I've ever had in my life, and I will be living in the house next to their house. And they have horses. And they have land where potentially, if there was a horse that needed rescuing, potentially, I could put that horse there. And then I could potentially, once again, future tripping, get a saddle and ride that horse through nature, the wilderness, not a trail in Los Angeles, the actual, what I would call, oh mate, the bush. I could ride a horse in the bush. Stay with me. Bow and arrows. Because if you shoot guns off horses, I don't know if I'm ready for that. I'm definitely pretty sure the horse that I'm going to start riding isn't either. But a bow, oh mate. Learning to use a bow. First things first. Probably going to need some practice. Have I shot a bow and arrow? Yeah. Was I real good? Nah. But it's probably the bow's fault. I've already found, thanks to the people on Instagram, showed me a guy. There's a guy. He shoots bow and arrows. He makes his own bows. He shoots bows off a horse. Oh! He goes under a horse and shoots it so the animal won't even see him because he's hiding under the horse. Sniper. Sickness. So, I'm going to perfect, because that's the other thing. Can't fight. Can't skate all the time. Got to do something else. Golf. I was going to force myself to play. My friend, who lives down the road, has a golf course in the front of his house. Boom, shakalaka. Boom, shakalaka. Boom. He's rich too, so I have a rich friend. That's cool. It's cool to have a rich friend. He can talk about money and I'll be like, that sounds cool. He's got cool cigars. I'll start smoking cigars. And I'll ride the horse all the time, get real good with the horsemanship, get real good with bow and arrow skills. Then my first prey, my first victim could be a deer. More likely probably going to be a rabbit. Maybe it's a coyote. I'm going to skin it and I'm going to make underwear out of it. And then I'm going to wear that underwear on the horse with a bow and arrow. And then eventually, like in the Tom Hanks movie where he's lost on that island, remember how he got the spear? Remember when he first couldn't get the spear because he's like fat and he was like a FedEx guy? And then he became all shredded with a beard and stuff? That's what I'm going to look like. I'll be standing on the horse with a coyote loincloth. Pew! Get the deer. Then I'm going to tie the deer. I'm going to gut it. And then I'm going to tie it to my back. And then I'm going to ride my horse with the bow and the deer, antlers and all, through the bush, mate. And then I'm going to get like one of those Viking horns. I've got one already. And that means dinner is on its way, wench. Get ready. And then Jules, I called her a wench. Just so you know, Jules and I have a great dynamic. I'll let you know a little secret. Sometimes I say, like, get me that, you stupid bitch. And it's a joke, you know? It doesn't sound as good when I'm doing it in public. It's funny, you know, it's never serious. I would never, ridiculous. It's making me laugh, though. But I will show up on horseback, shirtless, with the blood of a beast that I have killed on my trusty steed, and she will prepare the fire, and then we will skin it, and we will cook it. Gonna need a freezer, because you can't eat a whole deer in one shot. But you talk about grass-fed beef at Air One for it's like $16 for. It's insane. If you get an actual steak, it's like $20. I'm like, dude, I gotta cook it still. I've just started going to the other supermarket that's cheap, but it's still like for hippies.
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's doesn't have raw milk or raw cheese, so I no longer consume dairy products. This is a part of the budgeting. One day I'll be back. One day I'll be back, Air One, or I won't. Beh. I don't care. What does the Dex driver say? Moving states with a new relationship. Good luck. That sounds sarcastic. Don't you think?
A bit.
It sounds a tad sarcastic.
A bit.
It's almost like you wish failure upon thee. Shows me the insecurities because we look at each other. I'm a mirror. I'm a reflection of your feelings, of your emotions. You should change your tune, son, so that good things happen to you. You don't want what you're just calling for me to happen to you, do you? Because I can tell you, the driver guy, I hope the best for you, sir. I do. I sincerely do. I hope the best for all. Anyway. And then she will also be wearing a loincloth. Nice. And then, assuming she doesn't leave me because it's a new relationship and we move to a new state. You son of a... See what I mean? Like, this is a chat. This is my Patreon. Patreon.com/EllisMate if anybody wants to get all my shows. But this is a fan. I guess I hope I'm not insulting you, the driver. Potentially likes me and is like, moving to a new state, new relationship. Good luck. You're a dick. That's okay. But yeah, I'm terrified. Just being honest, I'm terrified. Yeah, moving to a new state, trying to find comedy. I was telling Jules, I might be like one of the most successful, funny comedians in Utah, and that would give me all the work. That might not be the case. It might be even less, but even less seems pretty impossible considering I can't get a fucking spot in this state. I'm passed everywhere. I get an email every week from the Hollywood Improv. What are your avails? Who cares? Why am I telling you? But, yeah, I will. So, yeah, there's that. But doing the Horse Force, going live, a lot of people that are not members of my Patreon who are definitely on this thing where it's like, what's up with your daughter? And they're talking about my girlfriend. I mean, it's, dude, do I look that old? I mean, I guess I do. I don't even care. I know I look good for my age, but I still am. I am old. I'm old. You know? But it's funny because, you know, it just is. I don't think I've ever been in a position where I've heard it and been like, you know, maybe there is some truth to it where I'm like, well, it's 20 years, a big gap, you know? I'm like, wow, that is weird, you know? But we seem to get along really well. I don't know. She seems more responsible than anybody else I've ever gone out with. But I don't know if it's the algorithm or talking about it, but TikTok showed me this couple that is pretty gnarly. And this is where, look, I know that this is science, and I don't, you know, you never know. Don't trust the science. Maybe you do. I don't know. But once you reach, I think it's 25, you're supposed to, hopefully, depending if you're a bit of a tart or not, that you've reached your full maturity of like an adult. You know, with the decisions you make from 25 and up is like kind of who you are for the rest of your life. You are of sound mind, you know, So dating somebody that's 25 and up, that kind of works. So this relationship that I found here on TikTok is a lady who is 25. She's 25. Her boyfriend is 76. That's the only thing that's crazy about it is when I go back to, I know that, you got haters, trolls, say things because they want attention. And people are like, I look old from my girlfriend. And I think my girlfriend does have like kind of a young looking face, but she's 34. I don't care. Like, it's fun. These two, it's pretty crazy because he is very old. I'm assuming, I'm not even assuming. I follow them now because it's that entertaining. He is wealthy, right? And they mention, I saw on one of the videos, they mentioned that they met on Tinder. So she matched with a 76-year-old man at 25 on Tinder. Let me ask you, is there any 25-year-old women listening? Probably not. But if you are, have you ever swiped right on 76? And if you did, why? Because we're talking, the only thing I will say that they both speak Spanish. One is from a Spanish country, I believe, and the other guy is like he's a global guy. But they go camping. They go on hikes. She is gonna kill him. I saw a video where she was talking about how she'll take care of him when he's in a wheelchair. She's already planning for his death. But here's a video where she kisses him and he opens his mouth in this way. I mean, look at the photo of this guy's face. And I know I'm being mean. I'm judging people for their looks. But come on! Go ahead.
Okay, is it moving? It's a video. Oh my god.
Oh!
Look how amazing it is.
It's
And we
amazing.
got the way.
Well, we're in the most amazing view spot you've ever seen. I don't think you can see the view though.
No,
Well,
you
you
can't
stand in
like
front
get
of
out the way. Come this way.
Like she's making him do
Look at that.
TikToks.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
So, I mean, yeah, great. She's. All right, that'll do. That'll do. She's kind of hot, but she's also kind of not. You know, like she's pretty hot, but there's also something that tells me she doesn't think she's that hot. She has insecurities. And now this is a video where I believe she is talking about that they have already discussed that when he goes fetal, when he goes too old, because, dude, 76, it's what? You know? Like, I don't know, man. If you're 76 and your girlfriend is like, you guys have already talked about what is going to happen when I'm in a old person's home. Because he says in this video, apparently according to her, that he doesn't want her to like wipe his bum and stuff. But go
I had
ahead.
a little bit of a conversation with Ed about this, or he's had the conversation with me, but not too crazy much. But what he has let me know is that he's not going to give me the responsibility of fully taking care of him. We're going to get an aide, but I'm not just going to leave him and abandon him and be like, no, I'm not going to help take care of you. Like, I love him and I want to be able to take care of him if it gets to that. And I mean, the question about the wheelchair, the walker, especially the wheelchair, videos don't do him justice at all. But he's fit. I mean, he is super fit and healthy. He can do like 1,500 push-ups, like nothing, in under an hour. I mean, not so long ago, he was climbing this crazy mountain that not even I can do at 25 years old. So he's really healthy and fit, and I'm not too worried about him being bedbound, homebound, or needing extreme care like that. But obviously, we don't know. No one knows how life ends up being.
I don't know.
So,
So my thing is why make that video? Like why? I don't know. It just seems like, dude. I don't know. Maybe 76. I don't know what. I'm trying to think of like, is there? Because there are people that are 76 that don't. He looks 90. He does. He looks very old. He's like, like he's dying, man. And it's like, I can do push-ups. Like, I think it's such a. She's like, I think he's like, look, she's beautiful. Compared to him, she's insanely hot. Do you think it gets to a point where you've had your loves, you've made your millions, you're trying to enjoy the, it is the end, like, this is the end, like he's going to be walking for, I don't know, like 10 more years before it's like becomes pretty crazy. And he's like, look, I got a beautiful woman. She listens to me. And do you think I guess what I'm asking is, do you think that there's sincerity in this relationship where she's like, look, yes, you're going to give me a lot of money. I'm never going to work again. And in turn, I will, we're enjoying each other's company. We go to restaurants. We go on hikes. It is crazy that he can hike. That's crazy, It is. Dude, some people are like 35 and they couldn't do the hike. You couldn't get up in that mountain. Like altitude, it's impressive. He's also so skinny. He is a buttless man. There is no butt. He can walk backwards, frontwards. You ain't going to know. It'll make no difference. But he dies. He gives her the money. I don't know if he has kids. That'd be my only thing. I feel like the kids would be like, his kids are probably 20 years older than her. If he does have kids. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't because, man, it's a weird... I feel like if you had kids, you probably, it'd be different. Be harder to do. I don't know. I don't know what people think. I'm happy for them. But she goes, look, I will visit. We'll have the aid. You have a rich person. So I'll go out and I'll go to restaurants and I'll probably date a guy. We'll get another apartment. I'll have a lot of money. I'll have an extra apartment where I bone this other guy that I paid my dues. I've been sleeping with a 70 to 80-year-old guy for a decade. And now I have a boyfriend of like a certain caliber who's now into my money. And I don't know, is that, I know money is not everything in this life. That's the other thing, go back to the tribal thing. You want money because that's what the tribe says. Your success is like accolades. How much have I won? How many cars do I have? What does my girlfriend look like? How many houses? Blah, 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 blah. It's not important. At the end, when you go, you can't take it with you. You can't take it with you. What is important is love, respect for yourself and the people that are around you, the small unit of people that are around you. The rest is bullshit. You're dancing for the juggalos. It's all bullshit. Absolute bullshit. I will not answer to it. I will not. Anymore. I will not. I'm done. So maybe, if you're 25, man, okay, maybe I do dance to it. I can't have old balls on me. Like, can you picture that guy's balls on you? Because I can't. Is there anybody out there in the chat or anyone DM me on Instagram at Wolfmate where you're like, hey, what's wrong with old balls? But you've got to have a young vagina. That's the difference. If you have an old vagina and you've got old balls, well then, hey, America. But if you are like young, why? She doesn't seem that intellectually advanced. Quite frankly, neither does he. Maybe that's how it works. Maybe they have riveting conversations about Jack Diddley. If my chick is like, hey, doing a TikTok fit check, and I'm 75, and I wear the same fucking flannel that I've had on for the last 35 years, I'd be like, bitch, no. You do a fit check. Look at my fit check. Here's my fit check. Still breathing. He got Porsches. She's in a driveway with him and they got Porsches. What 76-year-old needs a Porsche? You know? He doesn't look like he goes fast. He doesn't look like he thinks fast. What's his video?
Hi, it's San Diego, and we are downtown. You can see the tall building. So we are ready to go to Little Italy, to the farmer's market, and to lunch. It'll probably be Italian lunch. And
So here's our outfits for that. It's kind of cold outside.
He's
I was gonna
little
wear this
too.
big jacket, but actually it's not too bad. I have this kind of campy button down, and then I have white pants and these boots.
so it's mostly Diana's outfit of the day. I just have on a jacket because it's San Diego cold, 65 degrees, and my jeans, nothing new.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Yum. Salmon.
It's crazy, dude. Like, I just don't know if I'm ready. You know? Like, if I was like, I'm 30 years older than her, and I could not go out with a 76-year-old lady. You know? And he seems like a real nerdy guy. So that tells me that maybe he never really saw some hot tang ever. And he's just been working real hard. And now he's finally at this point where, you know, he's on, dude, if you're 70, if you're 75 and you're on Tinder, dude, like, think about that. 75, you're on Tinder. Did somebody else make your Tinder account? Like, did your daughter make it? Because she feels sorry for you because you're such a nerd loser. And she's like, well, look, if you're boning that, Dad, I guess, like, hats off, you know? Like, if you're getting that and you're gonna die soon, at least it's pretty cool. You know? I think most of us would be pretty pumped on her, right?
Yeah.
Zach, would you be pumped on her?
Yeah, she just seems
Like, if you're
pretty,
single,
but-
you know?
Yeah.
She's cute.
Yeah.
She seems big. I don't know.
You know what? He's cute too.
Is she trans? And she's like 6'3", and he's like actually 6 foot? Or is he a leprechaun? You know? Because I think she's like 5'4", and he's a freaking elf.
Oh, what if he's one of the ones you mentioned at the beginning of the podcast? He's the little person.
Hey, a widow man from back in the 1800s. What if he's...
He's like 1,000 years old.
What's that guy, the movie, Benjamin Button?
Oh yeah.
He's at the start. He's like an old baby.
She's robbing the cradle.
Right. He's going to grow up to be a strikingly handsome 35-year-old.
Looking like Brad Pitt.
Hey. I don't see him turning... I don't think he was a Brad Pitt in any era of his life. He seems like, no offense, but a loser. You know, just physically, you know. Nothing wrong with that. It's all bullshit. But it really is a eye-opening thing to see. You know, you think you've done it, you know? And then you get to this point where you're like, look, I don't even care about the connection that well. I just want some hot tang. Dude, does he bone? Is that a am I being insulting by saying, does that guy bone?
It's gotta be.
He's got to be, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Well, otherwise, dude, I don't know, man. These are questions I want answers to. I want to hang out with him. I want to know more. How does it work? Not his penis. How does the relationship work? It just seems... Like, she said, I saw a video where she was like, my parents obviously initially were not that happy. And I'm like, well, He's older than them. He's way older than them. I got a daughter. She'll be 25 in 5 years. If she was like, Dad, look who I met on Tinder. Man, I don't know. That'd be real tough. Like, I mean, tough, not tough. Like, whatever you want to do is whatever you want to do. It would just be real tough for me to not laugh, you know? Or go, whoa, dude. Are you all right, dude? Like, what is really your angle here, you know? And look, if it's like, look, I'm going to die soon and I'm going to give your daughter like $5 million, I'd be like, okay. And then I'd talk to my daughter and be like, hey, you know, I know millions of dollars is like cool, but is that, it's 20 years of your life, give or take. He looks like you're probably making another 20. I don't know, man. When you get to that age, you know, if he died tomorrow, would you be that startled? I'm not trying to be mean, dude.
Yeah.
But also, if he lived another 20 years, would you be that startled? Do you know what I mean? When you get to 76, every day is like, I could die today. I could live another 20 years. People make it to 90. A lot, right? What is the average on people making it to 90?
Well, especially rich people.
Why is that?
Because if you got money, you can afford really good health care.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I noticed that because since I am not that well off, like my doctors are, I'm like, dude, they don't care if I die or not. Wait, why did it say?
Popular search.
Man, why do people want to know about transgender people so much?
Less than 1%. Oh, it's the same as trans people.
Oh,
It's
wow.
less than 1%.
So 1% makes it to 90.
Yeah.
Did you know that less than 1% of the world can bench 250?
Wow.
Google it,
That's crazy.
just to make sure I'm not. Or is it 225 here? 225. Oh, 250. Yeah, it's 225.
Wow.
Yeah, 225 is the... Yeah, people can't bench it. Yeah. Yep.
Google Ellis.
You know why that one? You know why I remember that one? Because I can do it. Yeah, dogs. That guy can't do it.
No.
Dude, what's their Instagram called? Sorry, their TikTok. The craziest thing about it to me is every time they kiss, she has like a really nice mouth. He has no lips. Yeah, because Father Time has taken them. But he goes like, oh, he looks like he's gonna suck a dick on her mouth. It just seems, it just seems tough.
So Diana_Edgar7.
His name's Ed. Even his name's old.
Edgar, come on, dude.
It's crazy. Like he was born in, the 50s or something. Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
What, 70?
Dude,
He's 76?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was born in like, what, 49?
Dude, 40. 49. Dude, she was born in the 2000s, right?
Yeah.
Dude. 1940 and born in the 2000s. He's jizzed in her.
If you got 5 wars between your births, that's too many wars.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just so many records that should not have been.
It means the moon landing happened.
Dude. Well, it still didn't. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, yeah.
I thought Joe Rogan was so out of his mind for saying that. Now I'm like, no, that's pretty spot on.
Check out our episode with Sam Tripoli if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, check out all our episodes, Jason Ellis 2.0, and check out the Patreon, patreon.com/Ellis, mate. 4 shows a week. Where Tully is there. And then Horse Force 7 days a week, 8:30 in the morning Pacific time, weekdays, and then noon Pacific, Saturday and Sunday. And for tour dates, comedy tour dates, jasonellis.com, 2 L's.
And that's all linked in the description. So no excuses. You can go in the description and click on any of this stuff.
Oh, I need to fart. Sorry. Oh. Sorry, I got it. It's healthy to fart. Did you know that? If you hold it in, it's bad for you. Also, beetroots make you live longer. I saw a black guy talk about it.
Next time I'll turn on the singing mic and we'll really capture it.
Look, I'm 50. That's childish. Don't die.